There's a dude in New Zealand who called for all house cats to be killed.
Oh my goodness.
And it was like a huge controversy.
This is a video about the sun going into a mini ice age. Yeah, space is interesting.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Like, to me, like, cosmology is my religion, you know? Like, I want to learn the limits of the universe and what lies beyond the quantum foam and the Mobius strip and, you know, all of life's deep.
Yeah, the sun is going on lockdown.
Yeah.
This is the most important story. We do have one where we're talking about UFOs or whatever, but this lockdown is really interesting because it kind of goes into, you know, the global warming.
Coronavirus has reached the sun.
It's the sun.
Oh.
The sun is going into...
The Democrats have told the sun to stay at home.
Yep.
Don't go out.
Going into lockdown.
Pause it.
We got to keep you in lockdown, son.
Well,
Matt, pause it.
Yeah, it's paused.
Like, okay, this is the talking point that's been echoed all across the right, and I didn't know why the Sun episode or how it's going to pertain to COVID-19 or anything like that, but we're going to hear the same thing. The whole argument about, you know, like this is tyranny. They're treading on us. Like, please let us go back.
So you think that this video about the sun diminishing its output is going to like devolve into them demanding that we end lockdown?
That's where that's the horse I'm gonna bet on. That's
Okay.
my horse in this race.
I think it's mostly going to be about how this means that you can't trust any of the data about global warming because the sun could just change how hot it is.
That would be on the surface the most obvious one, but you know by now not to trust them. There.
I like a safe bet.
Yeah, that's a safe bet.
I'm a
That's
big
a much
coward,
safer.
and I like to bet for the safe things
True.
so I don't lose money.
I'm actually very similar.
you can't have the sunlight disinfecting the coronavirus.
Oh, that's true. That's fair.
Okay, we're joking. Don't ban us,
Just
YouTube. We're not
joking.
conspiracy theorists. Let's read it.
That was definitely a joke, YouTube.
But this is interesting. It's called something a solar minimum. We did briefly mention it before on a past episode.
By the way,
we're gonna jump into
conspiracy
the story. Let's
theories
see what's going on
for
Let's do
COVID
this.
on YouTube.
The Daily Mail reports
they're rampant, and it's a huge problem. It's a massive problem, but it is not something that will get them taken off the platform. It's just a problem. You know?
Might get you demonetized.
Yeah. I forgot. Yeah. So no swears and no COVID-19.
Reduced activity on solar surface has sparked fears of a doomsday mini ice age. So is it time we saw the light? Asks Jane Fryer. Big news this week about the giant burning, boiling, spinning thermonuclear reactor, which lies 93 million miles away from Earth, but is our primary source of life-giving heat and light. That was the stupidest way to say we have news about the sun.
What on earth was that?
That's what the sun is.
Oh, Moron.
I could just...
By the way, we should point out, this is a Daily Mail article, all right? This is not like, oh no, National Geographic is stooping to new lows once again. Like,
It's also just such it's so nothing. It's just like, oh, they described the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you mad?
yeah,
It's just
that
the
is what
game.
it does.
I don't want to be mean, but come on, man.
That writing is terrible.
All right, I'm going to just skip
That's
over
your
this
source. You
weird
pick the
waste of
source.
time.
Yep.
That's really what
This
it
is the
is.
Go
source you're
down.
basing this entire segment on.
It turns out the sun has gone into lockdown, recession, or more accurately, a deep period of solar minimum, which means that the activity on the sun's surface has fallen dramatically, and its magnetic field has become weaker.
Now, hold on. That actually was a dumb way of putting that, and he didn't criticize that at all.
Nope.
Letting into the environment more
These are
of the
sun double
sort of
standards.
cosmic rays that cause dramatic lightning storms and interfere with astronauts and space hardware. They can also lead to
And they
the
also make
explosion of
fantastic
sprites,
floors.
clusters of orange and red lights that shoot out of the top of thunderstorms like 60-mile-high palm trees in the sky. That is awesome.
That is so cool.
Oh, yes. And on top of all of that, theoretically, it could cause the temperature on Earth to drop to potentially catastrophic new lows. While the Met Office and members of the Royal Astronomical Society are urging us not to panic and reminding us that this is just nature, nothing to worry about, and the sort of thing that happens every 11 years or so as the sun passes through its activity cycle, some doom and gloomers are much less optimistic. I'm going to just interject a bit, and nature is scary, and nature is
please
often
do.
reason to panic. Like, if a volcano explodes and you're nearby, well, you don't want to panic, but you should be alert and worried and running.
Yeah.
So I think it's funny that, like, it's just nature, calm down.
Yeah, someone mentioned
So,
Tennessee.
what you're saying is it's not a good idea to panic. So this whole thing was kind of a waste of time.
All I can think is, don't they have tornadoes every
Tennessee.
year? that rip through Tennessee in the center.
Well, we can't run from the sun, so if the sun
Yeah,
stops,
that's a good point.
yeah, it's just I wouldn't panic. You know what? I just kick back, put my feet up, and be like, well,
They
what are you
haven't
gonna
said
do?
that.
I know you do.
I'd be chill. I would be so calm if the sun stopped putting out heat and
Yes.
light.
Yeah.
I'd be like, because what's panicking is not going to help me.
No.
You know?
I mean, the end of civilization? Shit. Hey,
Yeah.
chill out, brother. Like,
It's
come
about
on.
as dangerous as a tornado, so I'd be fine.
Drive that van down by the river.
No,
wouldn't
no,
you?
no. If
Right.
the world was ending and the sun was going out, I just sit back and be like, meh.
What are you
Well,
gonna
I'm
do?
not gonna-
I'll probably go skate the ramp.
That would work.
Yeah.
Like, well, skate into infinity.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
I
so
just, like,
fatalist.
probably
I
would do
didn't, I
nothing
didn't know that about Tim Pool,
If you had one day to live, what I would just sit back and go, what are you going to do?
He's edgy. He's edgy, Like, man, no, that's like goth zen. It's almost just like, yeah, whatever, bro. We can't do anything about it, right? So just like, yeah, I'd be so chill. I'd be so fucking chill. You don't even know.
Yeah, I'd probably be like real sad about all my loved ones dying, but yeah, no, he'd just be chill. Like, what are you
he'd
going
be
to
chill.
do,
I mean, he does look like the literal doomer meme. Like, that meme, the doomer? Like, that, it looks... That,
He does,
it,
yeah.
it is based off of Tim Pool. It
We've
has to be.
commented on this
We
before, I
have.
believe.
We noticed
Yeah.
it for... And now it's coming... It's like... It's come full circle, as it were. To borrow that saying. So
This
now
is kind of a tangent, but have you ever caught yourself thinking that you would want to die at the end of the world just so that you know that it's not going on without you? Like, at least I'm not missing anything.
I would just like to know how cool I would be about it. That's what's important to me.
I don't know what it says about me that the idea of death, my main concern is FOMO.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
What if, what would you do if, say, Australia right now got hit by, a massive, just, asteroid or meteor or whatever?
Okay.
And then we were told...
Hold on. Why Australia?
Because we're far away from it.
Okay, good.
And then you got told,
reason.
on the news, they were like...
Oh, phew.
Okay,
I was worried there for a
I like
second.
this thought experiment now. I feel safe again.
Wait, hold on. Why Australia?
Because it's far away. Don't worry about it. Oh, nice. I feel safe again. Oh, that's almost wholesome.
The koalas can't get me, can they? No, it's far away, Weed Lord. Don't worry.
Yeah, no.
And so we're sitting here, you can see the glow in the sky, and we're like, in 1 hour, this devastating wave will just, we're dead.
Yep.
You have 1 hour.
Wow.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Oh man.
That would be nuts.
What would you do?
I'd probably find niche.
He sets up this elaborate, yeah, that'd be crazy, man.
Yep.
And spend that hour with her.
Yeah, of course.
Find your loved ones.
Absolutely.
That's what I'd do.
That is
I'd
the-
give
that's
everybody a
probably-
hug.
And call our family.
Meh. Hugs.
Yeah, the way I always see it is
Meh.
when you're dead, you're not going to care.
Right.
So
Yeah.
All right, but let's read it. Let's see.
Man.
Check out this photograph. I love
Oh,
this.
dude, he's...
Jesus.
What on
An
earth?
extreme
He's so
solar minimum
cold,
is
you
thought
know?
to have
This is
contributed to the
he's so
so-called
edgy.
Middle Ice Age in Europe in the 17th and 18th centuries.
He's so gallant.
When the temperatures fell so
I
low,
like
the river
that.
Thames froze.
He complains so much about the talk about the sun, and he's not going to say anything about the fact that the picture they're using is from the film 2012.
Yeah, and it
Why-
snowed in July.
It's this picture.
That is not what happened in the 17th
Okay,
and
for
18th
those-
century.
For those that are just listening, it is Big Ben covered in ice, frozen
Drifts of
up to
snow.
the clock, and there's some kind of tanker,
If you read the
boat,
caption.
ship, just in the snow.
Yeah, somehow
Yeah,
up
it's
like
day after
halfway
tomorrow, isn't
through the distance
Yeah.
of Big Ben too. It's
'cause
like
the
in
water
air.
Oh, you're right. It's the day after tomorrow, not 2012. I always get the movies confused.
Which one had John Cusack? That was 2012, right?
No, I'm actually not sure.
Or
So
was
the day
it
after
both?
tomorrow is the one that's about global warming and the world freezes.
Mhm.
But
And 2012 was about
is
the main calendar, and then when that
Yeah.
happens, yeah.
earthquakes and shit.
Correct.
As we all know, the sun, which is 4.5 billion years old and more than 1 million times bigger than the Earth, is not only a source of cheer when it finally pops out from behind the clouds, it also keeps us alive. Which means that the teeniest change in its
It does
activity
keep us
levels
alive.
can have extraordinary consequences, triggering lightning storms, the appearance or disappearance of the northern lights, and those amazing sprites. But the sun's activity is changing constantly as it passes through its regular cycle, from solar maximum, hottest and most active, to solar minimum, quiet and cooler.
God, if there's one thing I hate about listening to this dude talk is that he is just putting up the parts where he's just reading reasonable things that other people said.
Yep.
I want him to say the whack shit he's going to say.
The general rule is the fewer the sunspots, the more severe the minimum, and the higher the chances of lightning
You're gonna
storms,
get your
sprites, and
wish,
disruption
man.
of Earth. So far this year, the sun has been
if it's
blank
solar flares,
with
we're going
no
down the
sunspots.
global warming
76% of the time. A figure passed just once since
This
the
is climate
50s
change
last
denial.
year, when it was 77% blank. So could we be heading for a grand solar minimum based a sustained period, decades, even centuries, or particularly weak solar cycle? Are we now, on top of everything else, facing another mini ice age? So what do you think?
Interesting. So we could actually
Fucking
be
finally.
all this climate change, that we've
Oh,
been
you were
messing.
so
right.
Yeah, we've
You were
been
so
messing it
right.
up, preparing for the temperature to be lower, but we've been raising it, so it's just going to be normal.
God.
It's going to be normal for a
They
while.
knew it was coming. They planned it. They were like,
Yep. It turns out it was a good idea.
Absolutely. Like what? Hey, what were we thinking? Like why didn't we output more carbon? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, we were endangering more lives had we not done that. I mean, we should.
And you
just,
know, the last time that the sun did this, it lasted forever. So it's probably going to do that again, right?
Oh man, the solar flares. That's one of the arguments against climate change that is just particularly strange. It pops up in the stranger corners of the internet. Your zero hedges, for example, that kind of stuff. But wait, sorry. I mean, I'm not gonna.
I mean, I've heard the solar flare argument. Like what I've heard is people saying, "Oh, it's just that the sun is giving out more heat right now. That's why we have all these measurements saying that it's hotter now, and it'll just go back to normal eventually."
Of course,
I've never heard this. We should intentionally make the Earth warmer in case the sun gets colder before.
But that's the extreme. It's either we're heating the Earth or we're about to hit an ice age. So we fucked up. We need to heat the Earth more. Yeah.
man, look at all this global warming. I know what we need to do. We need to burn off a bunch of CO2, warm up the planet.
Yep.
That way we don't have a mini ice age.
Yeah, there you go.
Reminds me of
It's-
Futurama. Why is it always this show? I don't know. But
Because it's a
great
genius show.
because it's
really
sci-fi.
True.
And
Yeah.
because we talk a lot about, kind of sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
But
Did they just compare it to Rick and Morty? I was too busy being blown away by the things they were saying.
You mean how absolutely astute you were in describing exactly what they were what they were about to propose? Yeah. I got a little lost there too. Verbatim, by the way, almost like that was almost word for word. We need to heat the planet up more. 'Cause, of course, no.
Well,
I mean, we're not serious. We're not conspiracy theorists. YouTube. If you're listening, YouTube. Okay, we're not conspiracy theorists. Don't shut us down.
What I've learned from doing this is that if you wish to know what Tim Pool is going to say, simply think of an exaggeration of what you think he's saying now, like the most out there like extrapolation from it that you think makes a mockery of what he's saying, and that will soon become the thing he is saying.
The reason I'd asked you earlier if about different content creators that may have featured your work is I was saying one day, Matt, my like supreme internet accomplishment bucket list is that you and me will be on the other end of the rainbow and we'll find ourselves being watched by Weed Lord and Tim Pool or
That is the dream.
That is
Yeah.
the dream. That's why we do what we do. This has nothing to do with furthering the cause of leftism or bringing laughs and smiles to people in their homes or anything. That's all schlock. All right, like let's go full beanie off and explain the grift. The grift is we have to get to the other side of the screen. I
gotta be honest with you, and I think probably longtime viewers have figured this out by now. But I am in love with Tim Pool, and this is an elaborate exercise in trying to win his heart.
And also, due to your love of horror films, you want to do a reverse Ringu and crawl into your computer and then outside to the other end and be part of the Weed Lord experience. All right.
Yeah, and I know it seems like we're making fun of them, but we're just being tsundere.
Yes. Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
glad we cleared this up. Wow, we have gone full Weed Lord with this entire we're too meta now. We've gone.
If that ever happens, should we then respond to that, and would that start a chain reaction that would never end?
So you're saying that'll be what starts the singularity? Is
That
that
will
exact
be
moment?
yes.
That will trigger the singularity.
It's infinite content creating content, creating content. Yeah.
AI, it becomes conscious at that moment, and also the expansion and beginning of the universe, infinite time. All right, yeah, okay, we've
It's a
figured
Grey
this out.
Goose scenario, ecofascism, etc. Other words.
and took a big piece of ice and dropped it into the earth
Okay.
to because it cooled it down.
Nice.
And then they need a bigger and bigger ice block every single time they do it. And so then the final solution is all the robots aim their exhaust, their butts, to the sky and then exhaust, and it pushes the Earth a few meters
He's
away,
describing Futurama
creating an
again.
extra week or something, but also cooling the Earth down.
That's
Such
funny.
a
Like
great
that's how they solve the
episode.
problem.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So what's going to happen,
picked
right?
up on Final Solution
They
too,
say
I
200
was
years
I don't
ago we
know
were
if
deep in
Yeah, that's not the phrase I would use there.
Yeah, I just wouldn't ever use Final Solution at all. You know, like it's kind of like using gassing of the blank. Like there's not really like a proper way to throw that into a conversation. It's there's not just like a casual. Yeah, no, I mean this the steak isn't that great. It's kind of like you gassed it. I feel like you gassed the quality of this meal, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's an unusual turn of phrase. That's not often used in polite conversation, but sure.
I mean, you say we're at a point now where like people are showing up to protests with signs that say "Work sets you free."
Ah, yes,
Like,
yeah.
Who the fuck knows anymore?
Can't forget about that. And Twitch streamers say it too now. It's all over the place.
It's very cool. It's a
It's
very
cool.
cool culture
It's
we're
cool.
living in.
It is.
of the Dalton minimum, which occurred between 1790 and
What is
1830 and was marked by periods of brutal cold. Temperatures fell by 2 degrees Celsius over 20 years, which may not sound much, but had the effect of devastating the world's food production and causing widespread famine. So we're about to add this on top of this pandemic.
That's interesting though, because aren't we at the point of about 1 to 2 degrees higher than average?
I have no idea. Is that
So what
it?
I just said as a
I
joke
have
could
no
potentially
idea.
actually be the truth.
But we didn't do it on purpose.
No, I know that.
my God.
We did it on accident. Well,
You're-
not on accident. We were like
Don't
in the
bring
Industrial
your
Revolution. It
science
just
into this conversation.
kind of happened, you know,
What you-
as
what-
we developed.
What you're
See, this is always how it fucking goes. Is they pretend like they're joking, but then they read a bit more and they go, "Yeah, but that could, the more I think about it, like, I was kidding when I said it's an AI, but it could be."
Yeah.
that humans collectively slipped on a banana peel, but pulled off
Did
a
a
perfect
backflip.
backflip.
And landed on like a throne.
Indeed.
Right.
Like,
man,
oh,
global
I
warming
meant to do that.
solved.
Yeah, I sure
yeah,
did.
but what
You
happens
did it.
after the
Believe
10
it.
years?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
ten-
then it's going to spike back up to
And it's gonna get really hot.
really hot
Yeah.
temperatures. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless the solar
Don't worry
activity.
about it,
Then we just fire a missile at the sun to make it cool down.
though. Filled with ice, and boom.
Then we get gorillas to
Boom, boom, boom.
eat the snakes that we've set loose. And then come winter, the gorillas simply freeze to death.
That was a really good episode. I'm glad you're describing it to explain science to me. Because when all
Well,
the
we're
robots
not at-
and their exhaust were coming out of their bums, that's what proved that global warming isn't real. So now
Yeah.
we know. So that's good. You know,
And that was definitely the intent of the episode.
that was the intent of the episode. Yes, it was. That's usually the intent of most of Matt Groening's work.
Famous conservative Matt Gray.
Yeah, famous conservative.
They said the misery was exacerbated by powerful volcanic eruptions.
Wow.
The second largest volcanic eruption in 2,000 years happened on Mount Tambora in Indonesia, killing more than 71,000 people.
Wow.
And plunging the temperature still lower. Giant ash clouds blocked the solar rays.
Yeah, it was a hot mess.
Wow. How come nothing fun like that happens?
Whoa.
Does that really sound fun?
Tim?
Jesus Christ.
That's twice in this session that Weed Lord has kind of checked his vibe, shall we say?
Yeah.
There's
Oh man,
that's two vibes checked by Weed Lord.
wouldn't it be sick though if 70,000 people got killed by a volcano today? Like, wouldn't that be tight?
Well, you know what? Because I'm so hard, it wouldn't affect me at all. Because like I wouldn't
If I
show
was-
any emotion.
yeah.
I would just be like, whatever, you know? Like world is
Yeah.
ending.
Eh,
Cool, bro. You know? I get this. Yeah, whatever.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Let the lava take me.
Yeah.
Fun is the wrong word.
Thank you.
I'm going to see all the
Interesting.
outrage, like people died.
Please
No, okay,
change
okay,
your...
okay. What I mean is
your tone.
Times.
not fun, but like consequential.
Or like a pandemic.
Right, okay.
Yeah, kind of, but this is not even nearly as
This
bad as
pandemic is like it's just another... I don't want to
It's
call it
so
the
much
flu,
worse.
but it's like a new...
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's so infinitely worse.
You just read the body count of the fucking volcano. That's like the body count in America alone.
Wow.
It's just basically like a flu going through
No,
the
it
human
is
race.
worse. Like,
I know it is
weird
worse.
symptoms,
sure,
nerve damage.
Yeah, it
but
messes with your
that still
kidneys.
is what's happening though. It's like,
I'm just saying, like
it's not
the Spanish flu killed millions.
Right.
COVID's
Yeah.
probably not going to get that bad.
No, I don't think
And so, we're taking care of it, but it's really just people hanging around, hanging out in their homes.
Go on. Yes.
I too was right. We were both right.
Yep.
There
Yeah, I
are
gotta
times
say.
in life when both of us can be right. All right, we
I
can
gotta
both have
say.
a slice of the pie. I deserve my slice. I'm excited to have it, sir. That's all I'll say. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right.
I guess part of my cognitive bias is I expect them to stick to a subject,
Yeah.
but they will just discuss like whatever fucking squirrel runs in front of them. Like,
True.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of like this one's on me. I mean, I read the title and assumed they would be speaking of which it was derived, but
Yeah.
and here we are. Okay.
So the economic crisis is actually much worse, or I should say has the potential to be substantially worse than COVID is. But I just mean like alien invasion, Great War, massive volcanic eruptions spewing ash into the sky for hundreds of miles or thousands of miles. Like,
that would mess us up.
yeah, like nothing seems to happen. It's like we're in this boring period. It's a golden age. It really.
what a fucking child.
It's so like I don't want to do the tinfoil hat thing where I'm like it often seems like he has to parrot a bunch of talking points and I don't know whether or not there's like a list or something, and obviously that's ridiculous. I'm never gonna do that. But at the same time, how do we circle back to these things when the conversation was about the sun and about solar flares like that? It just seems like here you have carte blanche to speak of global warming. But okay, let's pull back into the COVID. And now I get it, because what's the overarching theme? None of it's real. None of it matters. Like, it's all wrong. Like, every single time. Like, COVID wasn't real. Global warming wasn't real. We found out. Ice age, no ice age.
Ecofascism.
Ecofascism, not a thing. Not a real thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's complaining that like nothing consequential is happening. And so many consequential things are happening all around him, and he's just so incurious that he can't be bothered to look into them. Like, who the fuck looks at 2020 right now and says like, yeah, this is the boring part of history. Like, what a boring time we live in.
No. He just said the golden age. Like,
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't get better than this.
Hey, I mean, I don't know about everyone else. I mean, if you're rich and you got your like entire TV show and you got your weed lord, I mean, what more do you need? Like, you got everything, right?
Yeah, I mean, sure, you can't leave your house, and hundreds of thousands of people are sick and
and
dying.
a lot of the old population, and then the poor population, and of course, the black population in the United States.
And we are entering into the greatest economic depression since the 1930s.
It's the golden age.
It's the golden age if you think about it.
If you think The Purge is good, like if you liked The Purge, then yeah, sure, things are great.
Dude,
Because-
you're going to wake up tomorrow and Yellowstone's going to be blown up and we're going to be like, oh,
There will be no sunlight.
Time
no
to
more,
start-
no more sun.
So we're gonna
in
dig
all of America.
We're gonna dig straight down in the basement, and we're gonna grow mushrooms in the dark and
That's
be,
right.
you
Glow
know,
in the dark
mole
mushrooms.
mole people.
I
mole
have a
people.
plan. Yep.
Mole people, mushrooms.
Someone's been playing Dwarf Fortress.
Is that what that reference is? I was gonna say
Getting some plump helmets going.
Or we could just keep
That's the
digging
plan.
and see if the lizard people will take us in.
That'd be good too.
If we get deep enough.
Or we'll go to
Yeah.
Colorado. Where's it at? What's that
Denver
airport?
Airport.
Yeah,
oh,
the
Denver airport. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
We should do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so someone
Sounds
said
fun.
we can't wait to see what's after the murder hornets.
Yeah.
You know what
Right.
though, man? Like they always tell us these crazy things are happening, and they're always just it's not that bad.
No, it's not.
Like I remember growing up when I was little, and they were like, killer bees were coming.
Yeah.
I never saw anything.
I never. Actually, I did see.
But bees aren't that bad.
It was kind of scary looking.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it?
It
Bees
was like a
aren't
dark
that
cloud
bad.
of bees.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Are they just regular bees?
But
or what?
I saw them in the sky, and they were kind of like passing me, but I heard them, and it was right around.
This is incredible. They said there were killer bees, and it's like, fuck it, man. I'm not scared of bees.
Yeah, like fuck the
It's
bees.
stupid.
Yeah.
Like bees aren't even that scary.
Yeah, as aforementioned, like it doesn't affect me, dude. Like death, like I fear nothing. Like it. Like,
Yeah, it's like
it's not
they
a big
said there
deal.
was ISIS, but like I've never seen ISIS.
Yeah, have you?
You know?
Like, it's not a big deal, right? Like
The media
poverty,
keeps talking about it, but it's
starvation.
not-
Like,
I'm not
is
scared.
anyone actually poor? Like, have you ever met a poor person? I haven't. I don't think
I
they're real.
haven't.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Like, watch out for killer bees, and I was like, oh wow,
In Chicago?
That's
Or where were
them.
you?
No, I was in. Where was I? St. Louis, maybe?
That's them.
Africanized bees.
I don't remember.
Killer bees.
Just your regular
It's those
old
bees
wasps
from the
and
news.
hornets.
Yep.
Everybody thinks yellow jackets are bees too. I'm offended by that.
That's not true.
Those
Yeah,
things
bees
chase
are cool,
you down.
man. Bees
yeah,
are cool.
bees chill.
Bees are
Like
super
when I
chill.
lived in LA,
Respect the bees.
you could walk past any.
Okay, credit where credit is due. This is
Respect the
actually a
bees.
good point. Yeah.
I 100%. I will not. Yeah, there's no joke.
And this
here.
is
There's no
this is
bit.
the
Respect the bees.
This
I
is
totally
the
agree.
difference between him and us is that like we're giving him the credit here. If he's got a good take on bees,
Respect the
we're
bees.
we're all pro bee here.
Yes. We need
bush,
more bees.
and there's just swarms of bees.
Yeah.
you
They're so
walk right
cool.
past it, and
Yep.
they don't bother you at all.
They don't care.
Bumbling
Now,
around.
yellow jackets.
Ooh.
They're
Wasps.
like, whoa, you offend me with
No,
your
no, no.
attitude.
They're like, I'm looking for something to eat. Ooh, here's a person. I will chase after them.
I'm going to chase
and I'm
after
gonna
this
sting them.
thing.
You want to hear a crazy story, man?
Yes.
Wait, pause,
When I was in-
Absolutely.
when I was in grade school,
So if there's like a little like I don't know, spin the wheel of where he's gonna go with this. So we were just talking about bees. Like there's no earthly way of knowing what he's about to say right now. Like he could start talking about genders. He could start talking about the invalid, sorry, like how certain people might not understand game theory. I have no idea where it's gonna go. Ghostbusters.
I have a theory.
Okay.
Let me run this one up the flagpole.
Sure.
I think he's going to say that wasps are like leftists because they will just get belligerent about anything and they'll chase you around and not let you get away. Like bees are like right wingers because they just don't care. They just want to live their lives. But wasps are like leftists because they want to get into your business.
And they're noble.
we were in church,
Okay.
and I was sitting in a pew, and in front of me there was this girl, and she had like her hair in a bun or whatever, and I watched a yellow jacket land on her bun.
Oh, man.
But I wasn't really paying attention, so it landed, and then like we were singing or something.
Yeah.
And then it crawled into her shirt, and I noticed, and I was like, "Hey, like there's a bee." And then by the time she noticed, the
was-
wasp freaked out,
Yeah. 'Cause
and
it was
I
stuck.
stung
then.
her 16 times or something.
Oh,
It was
jeez.
a wasp. She started going.
Yeah, they don't
and
die
She
when-
was like, "Ah."
Yeah, that's the worst.
What are you supposed to do?
Oh my
That's
God.
awful. Oh.
"Yeah, man."
I saw, there's this guy on YouTube. I don't know.
Sorry. This Finn, like, yeah, man,
One time I saw someone get stung by wasps.
16 times apparently.
So anyway, the sun.
Yeah, we might be approaching a mini ice age. That's right. That was the start of this. I forgot about that. We were both so wrong. It went in a pretty normal tangent. That was like, it's just a boring story. It's just like,
I mean, it's kind of interesting. That it stung her 16 times. I didn't
Yes.
know wasps could sting you that much. I also feel like after one, I would squish it. Personally.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just me, though.
but 16. I mean, yeah, that's a
I've
lot of
also-
connections.
I've never been stung by anything.
Actually,
Yeah,
I've been stung by many things.
I never get no stings. How bad does it hurt?
Depends on the thing, but they're all really unpleasant. Bees are unpleasant. Wasps are really unpleasant. Hornets are horrible. Hornets are really, really, really bad. Yeah, I would not recommend any of them. Even
Okay,
like
well, duly noted.
spider bites are terrible. Big ants are terrible.
Well, yeah, but spider bites, you can get powers. So
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
But he does this with all these different venomous things. He like brings them to his arm and lets him sting him. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he did that with the murder hornet, and he was
It's Coyote Peterson. I saw it in a Curio video. Everybody go watch Curio.
like on the ground
see
rolling around, dude. It was. And then it buffed up to like this huge mound. I was like, whoa, it's crazy looking.
How did he rate it on the scale? Like
He said it was worse than anything else.
no
Oh,
way.
Yeah,
man.
he kept saying this one. I don't remember what it was, but it was the previous
Yeah.
worst thing. He
Yeah,
was
there's like
like,
an
it's
ant.
so much worse.
There's like an ant. It's like a big ant or
jeez.
something, right? And it like just bites and
Red ants.
red ants. No, there's like a big ant. It like jumps.
What? Oh, I don't know about this.
Yeah. You know what? I'll tell you what, man. I bet right now as we talk about murder hornets, people in Australia are laughing.
Yeah.
Yep,
Crack
for
it open,
sure.
crack it open a Foster's and go
Yep.
like
Murder hornets.
murder hornets. Meanwhile, like,
Except that they just said that the murder hornet sting hurts more than any other insect. Mm-hmm. So,
But
probably not.
you would notice it if you had a cold can of Foster's.
Yeah, and they know what is and is not a knife, so they're fine.
That's true. I've seen you play knifey spoony before.
like a giant, like 35
Spider
foot
is on their roof.
spider is like, yeah, it's like spitting acid and like, you know,
They're like
a
under
group.
an umbrella with the acid falling on them, and they're like,
Yep.
"Oh, it's a normal day in Australia."
Yep, black widows everywhere, brown recluses, and they're just like, meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Australia's crazy. What's up with that?
I don't know. I've never been there. I really want to go.
I've been to New Zealand. New Zealand is like so Australia and New Zealand have
I
endemic
do know they drink a novelty-sized can of beer because that's the one thing I know of Australia. So, you know,
Tim Pool, it just occurs to me like his entire outlook is based on like jokes from Reddit.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Like,
And that and Futurama, a little Simpsons, and some Marvel movies. That's it. That's like that's the entirety of the Tim Pool mind.
Yeah.
But New Zealand's endemic species, as far as I can tell, are like the kiwi, dude.
Yeah,
That
they're
thing
so
got mutilated
cute.
by cats.
Or
When they brought when all the
The little bird.
yeah, they're like
Yeah.
they're like the ball shaped birds with like
They
long
look like
beaks.
Oh
That's
yeah.
why the kiwi
right,
went
right.
extinct,
they didn't have
cats.
any
natural
cats at the
predators.
time.
And
That's
so,
how they,
yeah.
they survived.
The Europeans came in and
Until the
unleashed the,
cats
house
came.
cats.
Yeah.
There's a dude in New Zealand who called for all house cats to be killed,
Oh my goodness.
and it was like a huge controversy.
this is a video about the sun going into a mini ice age.
And he was like, "But they're just killing everything, every
That's
bird."
what they do.
yeah.
Yeah, and so it was like a big deal, I guess, in New Zealand. But it's funny that when you go to New Zealand, it's like very peaceful and very chill. And the kiwi the kiwi
You
is
never,
very silly.
you
and
never
just like
know about the cat
it's a silly
genocide.
Although all
thing.
this news is coming out that they're getting all authoritarian now.
Well, yeah, because
It's like crazy.
because it's not a lot of people who live there.
No.
I don't know. I think the total population of New Zealand is only like 4 million or maybe 8 million or something.
Hmm.
Yeah, so like everybody knows everybody. It's like, you know, I guess it's you know, not
Population of
literally,
8
but
million.
much.
Everyone
That's
knows
all.
everyone else.
Everybody knows everybody.
There's so many things he says where I'm like, oh, we could pause here, we could pause there. Oh, he said another thing, we can pause there.
So 71 million people dying from a volcano. That's a cool thing that could happen. Wouldn't that be sick?
It would be so sick, yeah. But I
8
wouldn't
million
care.
people. That's not a lot of people. Is
No.
it possible he just doesn't know what these numbers mean?
or these countries.
Like he counts to 10, and then he just kind of it gets fuzzy from there.
But that's what makes them authoritarian. Remember that. It's because there's 5 million to 6 million people there. So
Well, it's hard too, man, to be authoritarian when you know everybody.
when you know everyone, I know it's hard to oppress your
You're like,
neighbors.
who reported me to the secret police? I was Dave.
Yeah.
Fucking Dave.
Fucking Dave. It's always
I
Dave.
knew I knew it was him.
But you compare New Zealand's animals to Australia's animals, and it's like Australia is like
Australia is like
the final
4
level.
or 5 times the size though, or maybe even more. I don't even know.
it's
the,
massive.
The
I think
actual
Australia's like as big
percentage.
as the U.S.
Yeah,
It's
The
huge.
But it's
interior is
most like
huge.
desert in the middle and stuff.
Yeah.
But you got crazy critters on that place, man. Giant weird creatures that
kangaroos.
it's
They're cute.
one of the final
Tasmanian
levels.
devils.
You know
What living out in the
Yeah, like
in the
you,
bush.
you easy.
Yeah.
It's hard mode.
Hey, I'm good. I watched Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah,
It's
you
one
got
of the-
this.
it's one of the
It'll be
final
fine.
levels.
Take a really big knife.
I really love that movie though.
Just a normal, mature outlook to have on the world.
Mm-hmm.
As Australia's the final level.
Mm-hmm. In the video game that we're all playing,
Because the spiders are big there, you see.
the spiders are big, and the solar flares, and COVID.
No, actually, as a kid,
Crocodile
That's
Dundee.
a great
Love
one.
that movie.
Yeah.
Didn't isn't that guy who did that movie like the only thing he's ever done?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he did the
Possibly.
second
Larry
one
Hogan.
and the third one,
Yeah,
and
that's not a knife.
I never saw the third one.
He gave us.
Thanks
He
for
gave us
checking out
that
I saw the
split
second
from
one.
the
Name's
Tim
Paul
Castle
Hogan, you
podcast.
cretins.
We do.
So, can you imagine? Because we were going through that list of all the episodes. Can you imagine how long these titles are already ridiculous? By the way, woke talking points that make everything they touch less appealing. Major media downsizes signal the end of coming of woke news. YouTube admits less popular mainstream news gets priority. How long it would be if they actually described what was in the episode? Like think of all the things that we went through in that. It was
But- Like, if you cut out them just reading an article, and then cut out them going off on weird tangents about episodes of Futurama they saw, or what the bugs are like in Australia, it's like a solid 30 seconds of them going like, sun's getting cold, that's crazy.
Yeah, but it doesn't
Yeah.
matter because, like, I don't care. I don't care what happens because I'm cool. So if you're not cool, you're not. And on top of that, don't worry. Australia, critters, crazy. Desert, mostly in the middle. 5 million people in New Zealand. They all know each other.
They all know each other. Oh, someone just asked, if we ever get tired of making fun of Tim Pool's straw man in our heads. And I can confirm I don't. I love to do it.
It's one of my weekly highlights. That's all I'll say.
Hey friend, thanks for watching. Before we bombard you with all of our shameless links, we want you to bombard us. Do you have a worker co-op business or local union you'd like us to advertise at the end of our episode for free? So, if you'd like ears on your worker co-op, go down to weareserfs.com. And while you're there, join the Discord because it's filled with righteous guys, gals, and MPals. Finally, come check us out on Twitch Live 5 days a week by going to twitch.tv/theserftv. Yeah. To our lords, Ricky Pilgrim, I'm Raft, Tomospone, Ninetails Cosmic Fox, Hans Josephine, and Corpse Harvester, we bow meekly for your pleasure. To our Knights of the Round Table, Josh Mickelson, Dylan Byte, Zach Christensen, Todd Buckingham, Todd Lajeunesse, Clement Chetskoff, Cooper Pilot, aka the Man with Large Balls, Political Puppy, Nick Davis, Ali May, and Alan R., we salute you. And to our many merchants and farmers, you have our undying loyalty.